Hey, this is Jeremy with the Hardcore Game Collectors. I got another pickup video to show you. Decided to take my back outside just because the lights in the house are terrible. I'm going to start with the newer stuff. Picked up quite a bit since the last video, I guess. The newest thing, I guess, is the Wii U. I'm really disappointed so far. Although I don't really have a whole lot of games for it yet. The only things I've got is I've got Mario Kart 8. It's not Mario Kart 64. That should be the new title for it, not Mario Kart 64. Super Mario 3D World would be great if I was 6 years old. Nintendo Land. Haven't played it. Random sports game. Not gonna play it. Got a couple 3DS games. Been wanting to play the Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm. It's a lot of fun. I really like it. Then I picked up Harvest Moon. I haven't started it yet, but I'm looking forward to it just because you can't really go wrong with Harvest Moon. Picked up a couple Wii games. Got Xenoblade Chronicles. Been looking for that one for a while for a decent price. And another copy of Smash Bros. Just because if you see Smash Bros, you should buy it. Good rule of thumb. Let's see. On the PlayStation 3, I picked up Beyond Two Souls, and it's a really good game. It's not quite as good as Heavy Rain, I don't think, but it's really good. And I actually brought down another game. This is Omicron for the Dreamcast. It's from the same company that the Quantic Dreams, same company that does like Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain. And it's their first game, but it's really good. And if you ever get a chance, you should really check it out. Let's see. Another new and old combination here. I picked up Rayman. And also Rayman for the PlayStation 1 long box. And I really like the old Rayman game. I like it better on the Saturn than on the PlayStation 1, but it's just because the colors are more vivid. But it's really good game. Good side scroller. Let's see. Next, bought the original Batman movie on the PSP. Nobody buys UMD movies. Got a couple CDI games. Mutant Rampage, which is, from what I've seen on the internet, it's actually a good game for the CDI. Can't believe I just said that. Also Escape from Cyber City, and I'm sure it's a terrible game. It's about to start getting old really fast. I'm gonna go to the Game Gear. Sonic Drift 2. Super Nintendo. Picked up Super Godzilla and Mario's Time Machine. One Sega Master System game, Zillion 2. I was just looking at the back of the case and it looked like a fun game, so I went ahead and picked it up. Got a lot of NES games since the last time. I don't know why, but I never bought a copy of Paperboy. Save that one for last. Tombs and Treasure. I stuck it in. It's actually a terrible game. Another copy of Dragon Warrior. I think I got like 6 now. I don't know why, but it's just so common. Interesting story though. I used to like draw this. Like I would look at the case of this and draw it as a kid, and I thought it was like the coolest art ever. The Guardian Legend. Fist of the North Star. 8 Eyes. High Speed Pinball. Metal Mech. the Secret Scroll Flying Dragon. Looks awesome. This is TNC Surf Designs, the second one. It's Stinger. It's Konami. It should be pretty good. And Romstar Thunder and Lightning. Oh, and I have one more NES game to show. Tengen Tetris. Finally. Not quite as rare as a lot of the cool stuff like that you see on a lot of the shows online, but it's still a pretty good find if you ever can find it to pick it up. Alright. I don't know if any of you guys do this, but I bought another Game Boy just for this ginormous Game Boy case. See, holds a Game Boy, which whenever I got it actually has a SP in it, so it's kind of an added bonus. It's kind of a nasty looking SP and a decent looking Game Boy, but I already had those. I just wanted the case. That stuff just kind of looks cool in your collection. Let's see, you got a Atari Star Raiders. It's actually like a wide box because it came with a controller, like its own special controller, and it's surprisingly complete. It's got everything in it, so it was a cool find. Alright. Guess I'll go Intellivision. Picked up 2 Tron games for the Intellivision. One of them's kind of rough shape, but the other one's actually, like, this one's really nice. They've both got all the little toys and stuff in it. Like you got your controller inserts and the books and everything. So that was a cool find to find both of those. Especially with Tron getting as big as it did for a little while there. And I now have an Intellivision system. I don't know if it works. I think if I'm ever going to play an Intellivision, I won't go through the trouble to hook this beast up. I will just play an emulator. So I know that's kind of bad, but it looks better, plays better, and it's awesome to have one in a collection. But if you actually want to enjoy it, I would just play it on an emulator. This is a weird game called Megabug. It's in a really weird cartridge, and it's for a system called the TRS-80, which I've never seen one of those systems, but this was in one of those little bins of like really cheap games, so I was like, yeah, I don't have a TRS-80 game, so now I do. Let's go to Odyssey 2. I've got a lot of Odyssey 2 games with this deal, so I'm gonna try to fly through them, and there's a lot of doubles in this. In fact, I'm just gonna say I got a whole bunch of these cartridges for the Odyssey 2, and I'll find a cool one and hold it up to the camera so you can see kind of like what the shape of the cartridge is and how they look. There weren't too many actual rare games in this. There's one or two that are worth like maybe 15 or 20, but like this Odyssey 2, let's see, Conquest of the World. It's got a cool holographic cover, and I like how the cartridges have this handle on them. That's kind of interesting. Now, some of the games were boxed, and I will show all those, because for whatever reason, like old systems like Atari and Intellivision, the artwork was just great on the boxes. And like block out breakdown. I mean, this is just your Arkanoid clone, I'm guessing, but they really took the artwork to another level. And we got Speedway, UFO, football, type Intel. Showdown in 2100 AD. And this is the actual rare one. It's called Sid the Spellbinder. And it doesn't look like a good game, but I don't know, I got doubles of it. If somebody has an Odyssey 2 and needs a slightly more rare game for it, I can't believe that there is one. And here's the actual system. I got it boxed. It's cool to find that. I haven't actually hooked it up to see if it works, but that's a lot like the Intellivision. I might not. I got two more things before I show the final piece. Picked up a Star Ocean Second Story strategy guide and Sword of Mana. It's probably one of the first Game Boy Advance games I ever actually played all the way through, and it's a really good game. The last thing I want to show, I paid a little too much for it, but I really wanted it, and I probably won't ever come across one in the wild again. I picked up a Mario Bros. Game & Watch, and it completely works. It's actually surprisingly fun, and I mean, I don't know if I would want to take it on like a 10-hour car trip, but it's actually pretty fun for what it is, and it'll be a cool part of the collection. Alright, well that's all the cartridge kind of stuff I've got. I got a couple arcade things. I'll go ahead and throw those in there too.
Jump on for the ride of your life. Top Scale.
Alright, now that you've like heard it play Pennywise over and over again and seen it working and everything, this is the most recent pickup I've had arcade-wise. Well, not even really a pickup, they brought it to me. But it's completely working. I'll probably end up selling it, but it'll be cool to have in the house for a little while. I've currently got everything out of my utility room out here because we're redoing the floors, so it's kind of crowded, but I got all my music games. You can see I got stuff all over them right now, but I've got them all out here in the garage. And they all look really cool whenever they're all plugged up and stuff. I finally got the Pump It Up completely working. It plays and everything. My Beatmania screen went out on it, it didn't really go out. I kind of broke it, but I can fix it, so it won't be that bad. But there's my garage.